Hey everyone, in today's video, I'll be going over a Sekiro themed build. Someone mentioned it in the comments section on one of my videos and I figured, hey, why not give it a try, even though I've never played it before. So I had to do a bit of research on this, but I think I nailed the look and functionality extremely well. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly content. I also have a Discord setup for anyone looking for more people to play with. The link to that and other Elden Ring related videos will be in the description down below. Alright guys, let's start the build off with the weapons. In our offhand, we're going to be using the UCHIGATANA. I think this matches the look of the Kasabimaru, the katana you use in Sekiro, pretty well while being super effective at the same time. For the Ash of War, I'm using Seppuku with the occult variation. So Seppuku is just used to place a bleed effect on our weapon, giving us some ridiculous amounts of bleed buildup. Then, the occult variation just further increases the weapon's passive bleed buildup, while also making its physical damage scale with arcane. So we get the most physical damage and bleed buildup possible to get the best out of both. Now I can proc a blood loss with 1 to 3 attacks while doing really good physical damage. On top of this, there's a talisman that increases our damage by quite a bit, and that being the Lord of Blood's Exultation. It gives me a 20% damage increase whenever a blood loss happens near me, and that includes when I use the Seppuku Ash of War on myself, so I can get a nice 20% damage buff right away before the fight even starts. Another really nice thing about this build is the stats for this setup are the exact same as another build I made with a very different playstyle, so if you ever get bored, you can easily change up the gear and play a different way. Still just as effective without relocating any stat points at all. Alright, let me get back into the weapons. We still have one more blade we can use to match the Sekiro look, and that being the Rivers of Blood. Personally, I hate this weapon because of how broken its special attack is, but it really matches the look of the other weapon in Sekiro, that being the Mortal Blade. With the katana's all red blood colored blade down to its blood slicing special attack, this just really nails the look amazingly well while being stupidly effective. I just ask, please don't bring this into PvP, there's nothing more annoying than going against this. There's also another talisman I use to further increase the special attack's damage, even though I don't think it really needs it because it's already busted enough, but that being the Shard of Alexander. It gives all special attacks a 15% damage increase. Nothing more, nothing less to it. Now, I know in Sekiro you use one katana at a time, but you have the option to use both at the same time, getting the bleed buildup and physical damage with the Uchigatana, while being able to use the Rivers of Blood special attack. You just become an absolute powerhouse taking down whoever while dual wielding. On top of this, you might as well use the MILLICENT'S PROSTHESIS talisman. It increases our damage with successive attacks while giving an extra 5 levels in dex, and our katanas have okay scaling in dex, so it's a nice little addition. Now let's move on to the armor. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty hard trying to find things that would really match the Sekiro look, but I think I did a decent job at it. With the helmet, I'm using the Bandit mask because I did notice he has a little scarf thing, but it's not crazy noticeable. Obviously, you could go without it and just have his full face and head showing. I just wasn't too good with the facial settings to match his look, so I'm using this bag to cover half of his head up. With the chest piece, I'm also going with the Bandit's garb because he doesn't wear any kind of thick armor, but more like old-fashioned clothing, and this goes pretty well with it. For the gauntlets, I knew I had to get something to match his prosthetic arm, and the perfect one for it was MALENIA'S gauntlet. One of the gloves has this gold prosthetic look, while the other one is just a regular brown leather glove. It'd be cool if it were bandaged to match the look even better, but I think this is the next best thing. And lastly, we have the white reed greaves. They're a samurai style, but they also match the character's look spot on, so these went perfect for this. I'll add that there's nothing special about the armor other than its looks, so you don't get any bonuses from it. The armor's not that heavy, but there's a talisman that helps out all around, and that being the ERDTREE'S favor. It increases our maximum stamina, health, and equip load. If you have a talisman you'd rather use instead of this, no problem. I'm just using this one because it helps all around. I just think it's a great talisman in general. Next up is the Flask of Wondrous Physic. For this, I'm just using the Dexterity Crystal tier that increases my dex by 10 levels for some extra damage, and the Flame-Shrouding tier to increase my fire damage since Rivers of Blood also deals damage split between physical and fire. Lastly, we have the stats required. You'll need a minimum of 12 strength, 18 dex, and 20 arcane to use both of the weapons. Afterwards, I would recommend putting majority of your points into arcane to increase your physical damage and bleed buildup. I'm also going to put links in the description down below for more information on all the items and where you can find them for yourself. That's everything for today's video. I'd like to also give a big thanks to the members of my channel for supporting me on my videos and the future ones to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.